about to go live. All right, we're live.
Against the Ropes podcast.
Yeah. Let it run.
Hey, live? Hey, that's what's up. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Here.
Bro, you gotta hit him with that kawaii. You gotta hit him with that kawaii. All right.
Against the Ropes podcast.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Number 81.
81. Man.
81, dude. We're back.
You know,
What it do?
we thought we'd be in studio, right? At the grounds of the Soho Center, but no.
April. Yep.
Due to quarantine, we're here. But we're going to keep moving. Fuck it. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, keep it moving. We'll give people Comics Vet. All right. Derek is here. Comics Vet is here. All right. Wash your hands, putos. Oh, that's how we do.
Yeah.
That's how we do. What's up? What y'all doing?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? Do we sound okay? Let us know.
Yeah.
Second time doing this shit live, so we don't even know. We don't even know. So, yeah, how do we sound? Are we okay? Shout out to Comics Vet. Make sure to follow Comics Vet. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Derek from the East Coast. What time is it over there? It's 10:52. Yeah, right? Oh, we sound good. Hey, that's what's up.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, we back. We back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Greetings.
I know comics, they follow wrestling, right? So, like, is WrestleMania going
WrestleMania,
down?
dude. That was one of my fucking
Yeah.
topics today.
What is
But,
going down with WrestleMania? Like, for me, I love WrestleMania growing up. As a fucking kid, like, growing up.
I never got to watch it. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They should have had some affirmative action, like make that shit cheap for like the low-income families, but whatever.
Now it's better, right?
It's a little bit
You
better.
get, it's like the Zone, right? You pay the monthly
And then you get that
subscription, and you get to watch
Yeah.
all the. I don't follow not anymore. Hey, I don't either, dude. I was hoping you would, because
Yeah.
I don't have any info on that. I don't really know, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna look it up, but I was like, I don't even know who's wrestling nowadays. So
Yeah, I just know like some wrestlers pulled out because like the coronavirus, COVID-19, so they couldn't headline. So I'm just curious, like what went down. Were they gonna have like an audience? No audience?
Derek said he followed it until he was 12, and he found out it was fake. Dude, how did you feel when you found out it was fake?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, no, it's not. Why are you lying right now?
So first of all, it's not fake. It's just scripted, right?
It's scripted.
It's scripted.
The winners are predetermined, you can say.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of like boxing, right? kind of like
boxing. Red corner, blue corner type shit. Okay.
But yeah.
I don't. Obviously, like when you tell a wrestler like, "Oh, it's fake," they will get offended. They will take that to heart. They will take that personally because
they still take a beating.
They take a beating.
I watched the Chris Benoit, the Vice. What is it called? The dark side of the ring or something like that. It's on YouTube. I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
But hold on, let me read these comments real quick. All I know is there's some new wrestling promotion that's getting popular. AEW. Yeah, I heard about that. Isn't that on TNT?
Mm-hmm.
I was in attendance. Sean said he was in attendance in WrestleMania 2000.
What? Okay, Sean.
Where was that at, Sean? Was that here in LA? Steroid Mania. Damn. That's crazy. It's crazy because when I started watching wrestling, I started watching WCW.
Yeah.
This was early on. Because, even in Mexican culture, you kind of grow up watching the
Lucha Libres.
Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
Or like AAA. I remember that shit? Yeah, you grow up watching wrestling because it was like a show.
Yeah.
It was a show more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I saw some fights in TJ when I was little too. And those were like brutal. When I was a little kid, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to some fights in Acapulco too when I was over there. I must have been like 6 years old. And I saw
Oh, you saw?
I went to a wrestling show.
Oh, shit, live?
Yeah,
Oh,
live.
okay.
There in Acapulco. And I must have been 6.
Mhm.
And I saw a guy like break a bottle on another guy's head. And I was just like, God damn. I was like shocked. I'm like, how is that even possible? How is he still breathing?
Bro.
You know, it was crazy, but that was the thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Lucha Libre, that was, yeah.
Dude, something I seen some grown men and women.
It was here? Oh, shit.
I seen women like in full-on pixie clothes, like fucking doing spears in a pixie outfit, like dude, so it's like it's a bunch of crazy shit, but like one thing that's universal is entertainment.
Entertainment.
You gotta fucking make people laugh, make people like.
That's what I would say. The boxers are in the entertainment business, whether they realize it or not. But Sean, do you remember the game for Nintendo 64, No Mercy? Do you remember that game? Because everybody used to play that game back in the day on WWF game. Yeah. Do you remember that game, Sean? No Mercy. Wait, was it No Mercy? I think it was No Mercy.
It sounds very
and 64. Everybody used to play it.
I mean, when it comes to wrestling, it comes to like big pay-per-view events. You hear No Mercy, No Way Out, WrestleMania. You hear like all these, and dude, something like we talked about Blair Cobbs, how he's a big fan of wrestling. Woo! We talked about how like the entertainment aspect is so important to like competitive sports.
You gotta be entertaining,
not just wrestling, but boxing.
No matter what,
any sport,
you gotta be entertaining, or else people are not gonna fucking listen.
Tune in, exactly.
WCW, NW, N64. Yeah, I had this WCW game. I remember for N64. For N64, I had this WCW game, and then it wasn't until like 5 years later when the internet became popular that I found out how to do the cheat codes. Do you guys remember this? They used to have the cheat code booklets.
Yeah,
you guys remember that stuff?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, for some reason there was always like one kid at school that knew all those codes. And you're like, I'll give you my lunch. Just give me the codes, you know?
Yeah, No Mercy. See, Sean had it. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Sean knows what's up.
No Mercy. But back then, N64, I used to play World Cup '98.
Yeah.
I used to play this NASCAR game, and I used to play the wrestling games. It was pretty fun back in the day. Yeah.
Man, I know there's been some talk about bringing games back, right? Games. This is the perfect time to bring a game back. I know it takes time to like develop a game, and
I know people are asking for a boxing game, which I actually have my boxing games in my bag. I'll get them in a bit so you guys can see them.
Yeah,
I have them all.
Yeah,
from back in the day. Yeah,
I'm just saying that if the game was like available right now, like for people in quarantine, that would have been killed. Yeah,
it will kill it, dude.
Like people just
telling you.
Yeah. I remember playing the round 4. Dude, I would always pick Ali. My brother would pick Tyson, and we would always see who would win it out.
Yeah. And so I haven't watched wrestling since the Attitude Era. Yeah, same here. I started watching it a while back. Hold on, I'm about to grab the games right now because I actually have them here. I was hoping to put them up somewhere here, but hold on.
Wait, who said the Attitude Era?
Sean.
Yeah.
Hold on,
bro. The Attitude Era was that thing. I think that worked perfectly with like the Teenage Rebellion era, where you're going from like a kid to being a teenager, and so you were just rebelling. And so I remember, obviously, people like your parents were upset with the suck it, the whole
it used to come on like from 8 to 10 on UPN now, what it's called. But yeah, look at this, dude.
Let's get closer.
Knockout Kings.
All right,
2002. Check this out. Muhammad Ali. Have you guys ever played this game? This is 2002, man. This is early PlayStation 2 days.
Respect.
You could tap one button and just jab people to death.
Yeah.
But it was the UFC. If the UFC has a game, what? I don't know what you said, fucking Derek. But anyway, that was 2002. Then you got this one. What is this? Round 3.
Round 3.
Who's on there? Who's on that cover?
Damn, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward.
These classic right there, man.
Technically, these are C-level fighters but you put them on the cover is because they did something to change the game.
That's it. And then this one is probably my personal favorite because these are probably my 2 favorite boxers of all time.
Yeah.
Right here.
Real fan.
Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
That's crazy. Woo!
And then Fight Night Champion just had like the random created character.
Is this the last game?
It's just that's
This is the last game.
That's the last game that was made. Created character.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's boxing games.
I seen Anthony Joshua go on his Instagram like lately, and he said like we need a new game, and that would be the funnest thing. Having we have so many characters nowadays, especially with social media. Yeah. Imagine like having an Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, like you could optimize like their special, you know, what their weaknesses.
And the thing is, I think people would actually buy them now.
Yeah,
it's like people have been fiending for these things for so long. That
bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm saving so much money in quarantine. Like I would buy that game just to stay like
they gotta make it for PS4 or Xbox. What's the latest one? I don't play Xbox. Xbox One, I guess is the latest one. Anyway,
just imagine a Deontay Wilder, like you know that guy has a right hook, you just have to avoid that. Like just boxing, try to stay on the outside. Yeah, Andrew Ruiz, you know, he has like the inside game. And so man, that's we have a lot of characters.
Who do you guys take? Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali? That's a tough question.
Cool.
Like I said, they're my two favorite boxers of all time. So
yeah,
that's tough, and we'll probably get to that answer at the end of this podcast. But anyway, podcast number 81.
81.
Yeah. I put my drink down.
What are you 81. You want to segue? Do you want to segue now?
Say segue now. This is the time.
81, dude. That's
because if you guys saw the post that I put on Instagram, it had Kobe in the corner.
Yeah,
if you noticed, it had Kobe in the corner. Ali, you'll take Ali over Tyson. Ooh. That's the I think that's a popular answer, right? Yeah. That's a popular answer. I'd probably say the same, but man, Tyson was in his prime. I'm talking about in his prime.
Yeah.
That waist movement.
Yeah. Yeah. I think anybody
that power. Ali comics vet, same here.
Yeah. Most people saying Ali.
81 push-ups.
81. Dude, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Who said 81?
Cool. That's what's up.
You know what? I've never done 81.
Hey, I like that.
I've never done 81. I stopped at 70 push-ups.
I like that.
That's my record. It's actually 69. I stopped on purpose. But
I can do 72, but I'm gonna
I think we can I think we can get there.
Okay.
81. I'd stop at 81, honestly.
That's the number, bro. That's a good one.
I'd stop at 81.
That's the Mount Everest, bro. Yeah, that's Kobe. That's Kobe. You want to go after? If you want to go after Will and be and just show off.
Right now, the last time I did it, I did 53. So I'd have to do about 30 more. 28 more. I think I could do it, but I stop at 81. I wouldn't. High reach angles. Yeah, Ali had everything.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to Ali and Tyson. Most people will pick Ali, right, because of like the longevity of his career
and defense. I think
defense.
Wait, what do you guys think? Would he knock Tyson out, or would it go to distance? That's the question.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do a good 25. That's it. 25 is good, man. 25 is good. I'm pretty light, so I can do push-ups because I'm light, but push-ups are pretty challenging.
Yeah,
you know? Especially now, like when people can't go to the gym or whatever. Like push-ups are, I think they're a must.
Yeah,
it's an easy way to get in shape.
Honestly,
but anyway, back to Ali and Tyson.
Most people will pick Ali because of the longevity and what he did, like in his the beginning of his career.
Plus, if he gets caught,
plus the end. But you need to be real and understand that Mike Tyson was a beast, a monster. Like he was in his prime, he was like the most feared.
Tyson out in championship rounds. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Tyson was the most feared heavyweight of all time. Muhammad Ali was well respected, and he did feats that a lot of people did not expect him to do, as in beating Sonny Liston in the first meeting, and the second meeting. He beat George Foreman when he was a little bit older. But Mike Tyson just instilled fear in every heavyweight, like in his prime. A lot of people lost that fight before they got in the ring. And this was a 20-year-old heavyweight champion, 21-year-old. Yeah. So I look back at the Muhammad Ali. I don't know if you've seen it, Gio, when he was interviewed.
Probably 15 rounds, right?
Yeah.
I think 15. I think 15.
So I'll ask you, Gio, have you seen that interview when Muhammad Ali was a little bit older? He was already older. He retired.
Yeah.
So he was with Sugar Ray Leonard, and then Mike Tyson surprised them out.
They were on
Yeah.
God damn, what's this guy's show?
Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
tell me what you think of that interview.
They're both being humble.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Mike Tyson was like, hell no, he'd have it.
Yeah.
And Ali, if I'm not mistaken, what did he say? He said he'd take it?
Muhammad Ali kind of says something along the lines of like, he wouldn't, obviously he's not going to say he's greater because he's already past his prime. He sees the new guy on the block, he knows like he's a destroyer, so, but I saw some fear in his eye, like as it's saying, like, even in my prime, it would be something that I would be, worried about, I can't take lightly,
Yeah.
So, but obviously you see Mike Tyson, a young 21, 22-year-old, kind of like was so humble. He's like, this is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
All time. And that's the greatest.
But that's the thing, like, styles make fights. I know you guys have heard it so many times.
Yeah.
Styles make fights. All it took for Tyson was one punch.
Yes.
And that's why I always said Tyson could catch him.
Yeah.
That was my thought process all the time. But I mean, Ali was the greatest. I mean, you can't deny that. And that's why I don't argue against anybody saying Ali, because even myself in my heart, I want to say Ali. But Tyson was something else in his prime.
With me, like the way I see it, Ali had the will, like the biggest will as a heavyweight of all time. As a youngster, you're a youngster, you're good, but you don't know if you can take on these greats that are already world champions that have done it. But he did it against Sonny Liston, so he has the will. Let's fast forward. He was his license was revoked when he decided not to go into the Vietnam War. So he had to come back to the sport. He was a little bit older, and even then he became champion again, beating Joe Frazier and
that's the thing.
So even when you're old as fuck, let's keep it real. You're old as fuck. You still beat these guys that are up and coming.
That's the thing that people forget. Like Ali didn't. In his prime, he didn't get to box. Right? It was a lot of political stuff going on. And I talked about it last podcast too. Yeah, I talked about it. So you just, I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. That's like one of those matches. These are
and it's heavyweight boxing, man.
So anything can happen. Ali has been dropped before. Tyson has been shown to not have the greatest mental strength. So when he's been knocked down by Buster Douglas,
but that was after the Amato.
Okay.
That was after the fact. That was after the fact.
I have so much respect for Cus D'Amato because I've been reading reading the Mike Tyson book. I've been reading the philosophy of Cus D'Amato. I'm gonna say this: if Mike has Cus D'Amato, he beats Ali. So? If Mike has Cus D'Amato, he beats Ali.
And if he doesn't, Ali was like 6'3". Mike Tyson was like 5'10". So I understand why people would off the bat say Ali.
Yeah. I just think Mike Tyson was such a beast and so ferocious inside the first 6 rounds that he would figure him out, or he wouldn't hurt him enough to take him out. But Ali had the biggest heart. If it goes the distance, Ali finds enough fortitude, enough heart, enough will to take Mike out. Because Mike, you've seen it when Mike gets pressed with the case with Buster Douglas, the case with Holyfield. He doesn't have that same heart as Ali has. So again, it's gonna be a fantasy match. We will never know.
At the same time, was after the fact, after Cus
D'Amato, So man, that's one of those fantasy matchups that people would always want to know, like, what would happen. But
that's that. Anyway, let's get into some boxing news, I guess.
Some news.
Everything has been postponed through June, so that means Joshua is not fighting.
Pull up. That
means Usyk is not fighting. All right. As we mentioned before, but I had Joe Saunders next on my notes. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Billy Joe.
We talked about it last week, right? A little bit.
Billy Joe is an enigma. I think he has a lot of skill. He's the face in a way of like the middleweight map of British boxing. So he's got
Billy Joe Saunders is overrated, by the way.
he's
guys. I
I-
don't know. I blame
yeah.
the media, but anyway, he's overrated massively.
I think he has an interesting style that could give a lot of boxers problems. He gave Lemieux problems.
Yeah, he gave Lemieux problems. He gave Willie Monroe Jr. problems,
Yeah.
right? That's the one that surprised me.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Willie Monroe. When
I
he
think-
beat Willie Monroe,
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
I think he could give Triple G problems now. Triple G
Nowadays, yeah.
yeah. So like that.
Triple G is washed, by the way. For you guys thinking he's still
No.
he's washed. He's
So-
washed. How old is he? 30?
30. He's old, up in his 30s. So I'm wearing the Triple G hat.
Billy Joe Saunders might not get the Canelo. He might not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Billy Joe is.
So Gio, I'm wearing the Triple G hat because I'm a Triple G fan, but I'll keep it real.
Me too.
I'll keep it real when I said I think he lost the last fight with
He lost against Derevchenko.
Yeah, I think he lost that fight.
That's the first ever fight where I thought Triple G was going to get knocked out, where he was going to get stopped. Not necessarily knocked out, but stopped.
Yeah. He's been going on a slump. Like I think the second, me personally, I think he won the first Canelo fight. I think he lost the second Canelo fight convincingly. That kind of made it like seem like you don't want to see a third fight because Triple G's on like a downward turn.
Yeah.
That the Renchenko fight kind of showed that.
Yeah.
The Jacob fight was close. So I mean I'll admit I'm a Triple G fan, but I will keep it real when it like I'll be almost honest when I think So a lot of people are saying that they're gonna fight again, right? Canelo versus Triple G in September. I know it's with the whole coronavirus, it seems very we never know. But what are your thoughts of that third fight, Gio?
Third fight. I don't want to see it happen.
Mhm.
I think a lot of things get stopped.
Okay.
So I don't want to see it happen.
Okay.
Honestly, it's one draw, one win for Canelo, right?
Mhm.
When it's that instance, I don't like seeing another fight.
Yeah.
For example, Pacquiao Marquez, right?
Mm-hmm.
First fight was a draw. The next two were a win for Pacquiao.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the fourth one was unnecessary.
Okay.
Right. So once it's settled, I don't want to see an extra fight. To me, it's settled now. I can see how casual fans want to see the fight, but I think Golovkin gets stopped. At this age, I just don't see how he can go 12 rounds with a guy in his prime.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
With me, it seems not just like in the middleweight division, but Canelo has grown massively. He's gone up to super middleweight. He's gone up to light heavyweight. So he's really grown into his body.
Yeah, Canelo.
Something, yeah.
And that's
something
one thing that
Triple G
people don't
hasn't
talk
done.
about.
Yeah.
Because when he moved up, I believe his first fight over 164 was Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
Right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're good.
But his first fight was Chavez Jr., who probably weighed in at 190 pounds, right?
Yeah.
As he did against Sergio Martinez.
Yeah.
Right? So after that, he took on Golovkin, if I'm not mistaken. So even then, I was doubting. I was like, I don't know if this 154-pounder is ready to fight against a 160-pounder, right?
Okay.
And he obviously people were saying Golovkin was the biggest puncher in boxing. Couldn't hurt Canelo in the first fight. Right here, Comics Bet said he saw Canelo win twice convincingly.
Okay.
I'm not missing. Hold on, let me see. I already seen Canelo beat twice convincingly. All right.
Okay.
The first fight, I actually had her to draw.
Yeah, I
remember
that.
watching it. I remember watching it live, and 11th round, I had Canelo, I think, down by 1 round, and then to me, he won the 12th round, so it was a draw.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's good for boxing. It'll get a lot of viewers. It will get a lot of attention, obviously, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Golovkin hasn't looked well. I thought he lost against Derevchenko. I don't think the third fight will be a competitive one. But who knows? He might still have that power.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The thing is, like, they always say, like, great fighters always have, like, one last fight in them. So, like, we want to see.
Hey, Miss Gloria Mosquedas. Hey, greetings.
Hey, we want to see if Triple G, if he does take that fight, if he can show us something different. Something that we said was that in that second fight, convincingly, Triple G took the fight to Triple G, right?
Canelo took the fight to Triple G. Yeah,
he told him, I'm gonna stay in front of you. I'm
Mexican style.
Mexican style, and that's what he did. So me being real, I'm like, dude, that's what he did. He beat him to the punch. He beat him like in that style, like he did. He punked him. So like, I don't want to see.
And I told you before, right? I think Canelo took his heart in the first fucking fight
based on counter. I get that.
Just like Tyson Fury, I think did it with Wilder in the first fight, right?
You want to get to that? Ooh.
Against a power puncher, if you're against the ropes and you take his biggest punch, and then you say, "Come on, bring it some more," that's the ultimate insult. And that's what Canelo did.
Yeah.
Right. In the first fight, I thought Canelo landed the best punches in the first fight. I mean, a lot of people dispute that, but just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But I really thought it was a draw in the first fight. Obviously, the 118, 110, that's not real.
Yeah, that first fight,
I think that's what threw a lot of people off.
No, that first fight I admit it was close. I still think Triple G edged it
out.
I'm
not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
But I wouldn't be upset if like they edged it to Canelo by a point.
The thing is that people forget defense is part of boxing. Right?
Yeah, it is.
They call it the sweet science. To me, 50% of the game is not getting hit. So Golovkin landed what 200 something punches, had a 700 something.
Yeah.
If you miss 500 plus punches,
that's a point you. That's a point you.
To me, that counts against you. Yeah, and that's the thing that people forget, right? Like I never seen Golovkin miss punches like that ever.
Yeah.
Right, and I feel like defense should be part of the scoring as well. But a lot of people see it otherwise.
Yeah,
they just like to look at offense, right? Yeah. They look at aggression, but they don't look at effective aggression. So
that's something we get into, like judging what do they prefer more, or like, you know, I remember Sean mentioned shout out to Sean from Just Boxing Live. He likes that person that takes, you know, that's the aggression fighter, the one that takes it to you.
But even that against the ropes, Muhammad Ali, rope-a-dope. That's one of the reasons why
he's so great.
Right? We named it against the ropes. Just because you're against the ropes doesn't mean you are quote unquote against the ropes. Right?
You can find a way to benefit from that per se. And Ali benefited from that in that George Foreman fight. But damn, that's crazy.
But anyway, going back to Triple G Canelo 3. What do you think about that?
I think Canelo has grown so much into his body. Again, Triple G has never been a super middleweight. He's never been a light heavyweight. Canelo has gone through those weight, and he's knocked out guys bigger than him in such a devastating fashion. Lastly, Sergi, you know. So to me, I didn't expect that knockout, and the way he did it, I was like, damn, this guy's on a different level. Triple G's a little bit older. He's 18. He's just not there anymore. If they do rehydrate, obviously Canelo's gonna be just like more comfortable in that weight. So nothing indicates that Triple G is gonna win this fight. So do I want to see it?
It'll be
It'll
be historic if he wins the fight.
It will be historic.
And they'll probably make a fourth one.
Yeah. Do I want to see it as a Triple G fan? Fuck. I don't. For his health, as a family person, I don't want to see that.
I've said this.
For money,
I don't know how long ago. I don't want to see Triple G going out like Sergio Martinez, right? I've said it so long ago. But anyways, going back to some questions here. All right, Comics Vet, Canelo will put Triple G to sleep. It's hard to argue that. Billy Joe Saunders. Hold on. I think Derek said Billy Joe Saunders against Canelo. No, Billy Joe Saunders against Triple G. Who wins?
Okay.
What do you think?
That's a difficult style for Triple G. Yeah, because he's a boxer.
We go back to
like if he
styles make fights.
Yeah, if he struggled with Davidenko, he didn't struggle with Billy Joe just because they're younger, they're hungrier.
But even then, like so many people call Billy Joe Saunders slick, and I have a problem with that. Right? I don't know if it's just like the Instagram fans or I don't know, but. In the last two fights, I've seen Billy Joe Saunders get caught and almost stopped. Right? Against who? We can't even name them. So I do believe Billy Joe Saunders will get caught against any of the top middleweights.
Yeah.
Whether it's Triple G or Canelo. I think he would just get caught.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. I've seen I've seen Billy Joe Saunders get caught time after time. People call him a slick boxer, but as you guys have seen by the latest news, he's not the brightest tool in the toolbox. What are they called? I don't know, whatever the quote is, but
that's good.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Canelo's defense is underrated.
Hell yeah, big time. Yeah.
I think it is. Aggression alone is not a scoring criteria. I'm not for pure aggression. I appreciate craft, and at the end of the day, it's usually not difficult. Which guy would you rather be? No, that's true. I always say that. Which guy would you rather be at the end of the fight? And I said that in the Mikey Garcia fight against Vargas. Even though it might have been a close fight on the cards, it wasn't a close call overall. Yeah. It wasn't a close fight.
You can see that Mikey convincingly took the fight like the fifth round and like ahead.
And that's the thing, when people like try to show you the punch stats to like validate their point. Yeah. It's just like, okay, you could have won the first 5 round by a blowout. Well, what about the next 7?
The next 7, yeah.
You know? And Mikey Garcia, I think, is a good example of that against Jesse Vargas. It's not like he was landing the crazy amount of punches, but he was landing the right punches, right? He put Jesse Vargas down, and many times in that fight, you thought that Vargas was gonna get stopped, right? It doesn't take a lot of punches to put you out.
Yeah, this is the perfect example of a fight where like a smaller fighter carries that power to like the bigger divisions, because we all know that Jesse Vargas is not known for his power. He's not known for his knockouts. But you see a smaller guy like carry.
And shout out to Stacks.
Yeah,
I know Sean, you're watching, but I know you got to deal with Stacks and his bias for Jesse Vargas. But
but that's a great example, like where the little guy carries that power to like the higher divisions. And so, Mike, I did have an interview with Mikey, and he's like, I want to show that I'm a player in this division, and he's showing it with this guy.
It's looking difficult.
Yeah, I know it's difficult. It's the welterweight division. There's other guys that are better, more seasoned, more elite than Jesse Vargas, but this is a good step.
And it's not like he looked great against Jesse Vargas.
He looked good.
He looked good.
Yeah. The first 3 rounds, I was like, okay, Mikey, I don't know, Mikey, stay at 140, right? I thought Jesse Vargas was getting some very clean shots on him.
He was. Yeah. I mean, he did the same against Broner. Yeah. And then he got beat up the second half of the fight, which I think Sean was trying to ask him about it during his podcast with
that's right.
Vargas, and he got all defensive about it. But that's the thing, like on the scorecards, it might be close, but at the end of the day, if you end up bloody and bruised, like
who'd you rather be?
You don't want to be that guy that's bloody and bruised and probably have a concussion at the end of the fight. You know?
Yeah. To me, at the end of the day, like I respect Jesse Vargas. He's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. Not a great fighter, good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a great commentator. I really like his commentating, both in Spanish and in English. So I think he has a bright future ahead in that aspect. He can still make competitive fights. He's still like in his early 30s. So yeah, I mean, I like to see him fight again. Mikey, who do you want to see Mikey fight next? Who do you guys want to see Mikey fight next? That's the question.
Yeah. Mikey, Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Pacquiao. Sean said he thought Jesse was gonna beat him up.
I thought so too. The first 3 rounds, I was like, "Damn, Jesse's teeing off."
He said he thought Jesse was gonna beat him up on the podcast. Right? But nah, Sean, I take you over Jesse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I take you over Jesse.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. I think for Mikey, Pacquiao would be the logical choice.
Yeah.
Right. He's a guy around his height, around his real weight.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think that would make sense. And business wise, I think that would make sense as well. Mm-hmm. And Pacquiao has a title. So
yeah.
Mikey wants a title at 147. So hey, everything indicates toward Pacquiao. Hopefully it could happen. I remember when Mikey said that fight doesn't entice me, right? I still go back to that point. Mikey versus Danny Garcia. I think that's a dangerous fight for Mikey, honestly.
Have you seen Mikey really get hurt? Like if you
no,
right?
Not even against Spence. That's the thing. That's the thing that I gave so many people shit about. And I talked about it so many times on this podcast. Errol Spence couldn't hurt Mikey. I don't care what people say. Mikey never looked out of it. Okay, it was an accumulation of punches. But did you ever say, "Oh, Mikey's hurt. He's gonna go down"?
Yeah.
No, right? So in that sense, a fight with Danny will make sense. But I think for Mikey, Pacquiao makes more sense out of anybody.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you look at the welterweight division, Danny Garcia is probably the fourth or fifth best. Probably the fifth best welterweight. So that's who you would look at. But other than that, I think Pacquiao will make sense.
Yeah. If you look back at some of your favorite fighters, like I'll give you an example. Oscar De La Hoya, do you remember him being hurt prior to the Hopkins knockout? Because to me,
who are we talking about?
Oscar De La Hoya, like any fighter that you saw, like that you were maybe a fan favorite, that you were like, you know what, like I see him hurt in this fight. For me, it was De La Hoya. I was like, I haven't seen him hurt up until
Hopkins.
Up until Hopkins, but he had a great poker face.
He KO'd Danny Garcia plus Mexico. Damn, you think he would knock out Danny?
What?
Really? Comics vet.
Okay,
you think he would? Okay. Look, I don't like Danny.
Yeah, we know this.
I do not like Danny, but he has proven to be
durable.
He
gets in there.
He's never been hurt against anybody, really. Yeah. He's fought the top welterweights. If you think about it.
That was my next question. When did you see Danny Garcia hurt?
Yeah.
When have you, Gio, seen Danny Garcia hurt?
I haven't seen him hurt. I have seen him outboxed many times.
Yeah.
Against Herrera.
Okay.
He lost that fight. I don't care what anybody says. To me, after that point, he wasn't undefeated. Yeah. He lost to Thurman, obviously. He lost to Porter. But I haven't seen him get hurt, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him get hurt.
I'm sure he's been touched and he's been like chin checked, but not to the point where you noticeably see it, like that he's always out on his feet, like someone could take him out at this point. Okay.
So Danny has made a career of closing his eyes and throwing a right haymaker. He was hurt against Morales. He probably was hurt against Morales.
Yeah.
Probably, but that was early on.
Yeah.
I give Danny props even though I don't like him. Because I mean he's fought the best, and he was supposed to fight Errol Spence, right? Supposedly. Yeah. So he's not afraid to fight the best. Now that he let that go.
Yeah.
Right. But I've never really seen him hurt like that. I do not know if Mikey can do it like that. That would be cool though. That would be cool if he could.
Yeah.
Bring real. Hey, thank you, Miss Gloria.
Yeah. Yeah, I think of moments of being hurt. Let's go with the guy that's never been hurt, like the guy that's with the best defense, Mayweather. What's the one moment where you remember him being hurt?
Mosley.
Exactly.
So he got dropped against Zab Judah, right? But that wasn't really. That was questionable. I think there was another fight too where he got hurt.
Yeah.
But that's the point with Mayweather.
So my point was like, that was a clear example where somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
The fight with Mosley, like you're like,
Zab,
he's hurt.
Yeah.
And the fight with Zab, he got a little. You can see he touched the glove.
And let's not forget, he got punked against Jose Luis Castillo.
Yeah.
He got punked. Like a lot of people forget that, but he got pushed back against a guy with not at his skill level, but he did get pushed back against Jose Luis in the first fight, at least.
In that fight, I know.
But that's hurt. I know what you mean. That's hurt.
That's hurt. Yeah. So like with Mayweather, with Mosley, like he's hurt. He's like holding on for dear life, right? He has to like get his bearings in, his legs in, like to stay in the fight, so he won't get like embarrassed, hurt, knocked out.
Maidana, he got hurt against Maidana too.
Yeah. There's moments where you get hurt, but there's not like there's moments where you're like you're almost out.
Yeah.
Like with Mosley, you knew. Oh, he's in danger zone, in the red zone where he could get
and you know the crazy part about Mosley is that you can tell when someone's just great by their answers.
Yeah.
When I asked them about how do you think your legacy would have been different if you knock Mayweather out?
Yeah.
In that specific instance, and he kind of just brushed it off like, oh, I don't know what would have happened. But after that, I would have still had to fight Pacquiao. I would have had to fight this guy and that guy and that guy.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't the type of person who would just let one specific
Fight to find him.
define
Yeah.
his legacy, right? And I was just like blown away by that answer because anybody would have been like, oh, if I would have knocked that Mayweather, I would have been like, for sure, Hall of Fame, one of the greatest of all time. And he was just like, well, yeah, I would have knocked him out, but then I would still have to fight Pacquiao. I would still have to fight this guy and that guy and this other guy, right? So that was pretty crazy to me, like when I heard that.
Yeah, to me, like when we had Mosley, that was one of the greatest like moments in ATR history, having just like a Hall of Fame legend. So asking these questions was like, man,
that answer blew me away. But Sean said the bell kind of saved him against Maidana. Yeah, that was a part that sucked for us, the Floyd haters, right? Haters that the bell rang, so obviously he couldn't have been hurt by that. Cotto had Floyd hurting a little bit. I was surprised by that because Cotto was a little older already.
A little bit older, but he was like in his. I think he had like the weight on his side too. Cotto wasn't. It's not the same Cotto that fought Manny Pacquiao that fought him at a catchweight at 144. Yeah. This was a full-fledged Cotto that fought at that 154-pound like.
And you remember I think the famous video was of Floyd in this corner, like bloody in the nose.
Yo, that's the first time you saw Floyd like bloody, like in a
smiling, trying to play it off.
Exactly. Yeah.
And on that undercard was actually Canelo against Shane Mosley, if I'm not mistaken, which people don't give. For some reason, people don't give Canelo credit for that.
Yeah.
But after talking to most